Good morning. I am Stampin' Dee. I am Deanna Blackman, and I am here with you this morning for Stampin' Thursday, and I am so excited to be here. I have had so much fun with this set, and I could not wait to come on and show it to you. In fact, I got up this morning and I was just playing with it because I had some new ideas, and as it turned out, they weren't the idea I had. I'm going to do it differently next time. But anyway, this is the Let's Set Sale bundle, and with the Let's Set Sale bundle, you get a stamp set and you get a punch. And I'm going to turn this light on. I always forget to turn that light on. However, it does, there you go, create a little bit of a shadow. All right. So in the stamp set, you get the mast, the bottom of the sailboat, I don't know what it's called, and the mast. You get the sails. You get the shadow for the water, and it is amazing how much difference that shadow makes. And you get some water and some birds, and then you get 3 great sentiments for a sailboat. Adventure awaits. Hope it's your best day ever, and let your dreams set sail. So these are, there is so much versatility with this set, and we're going to talk about that today. Then with the punch, you get the sails and the mast and the bottom of the boat. So you can do this with your stamps and your punch, or just your punch and cardstock, or just your stamps on a card. So it gives you versatility with that. All right, I tell you what I'm gonna do. No, I'm not gonna fool with it. All right, so here are some of the cards. Well, let me say this first. I have a workshop using this set coming up July 30th. And it can be in-house, in person, or to go. And to participate in this workshop, you pay $35, and that's it. And you get this whole bundle, plus you get 5 cards, 5 card kits. You get an assortment to use, an assortment of the Horizons, what's it called? The Beyond the Horizon. I always forget the names. And see, I've got, let me get to the back of the, there it is. No. New Horizons. Designer Series paper, which is no longer available for purchase, but because I love it so much, I bought a supply of it, and it works perfect with this Let's Set Sail set. So you'll get a small assortment of that. You'll get the, if you get the to-go, then you'll get the PDF tutorial with color photos and envelopes for each card. All of that for $35. But the deadline is tomorrow. And that's because we're getting ready to be out of touch for about a week, and I need to get that order in so that when I get back, your sets will be here, or will almost be here. If I wait till I get back for the deadline, then they won't get here in time. So all of that to say, the deadline is tomorrow. I hope you'll participate in this. It's a great deal. It's a really great deal. And if you can do it in person, we are going to have so much fun. So, hey, Diane, I see that you're on here. Good morning. I am so glad to see you. Thank you for being here. And you know what? That reminds me, I have a summer picnic basket challenge going on right now. Started in June, it'll end in August. And for every time you comment, or for every time you comment, for every time you post a photo or participate in an event, whether it's in person or to go or a Zoom, anytime you participate, if you go to my blog and follow my blog, you get a ticket in the picnic basket. And at the end of the summer, we're going to draw from those tickets for a stamp set. So it's a great opportunity to win something. So I hope that you will. And so Diane, you get a ticket in the picnic basket. And hi, Kay. I'm glad you're here too. And I'm so glad you're going to be coming to the class. And of course, you know, you get a ticket in the picnic basket for being here with me this morning and with us. All right. So this is the Let's Set Sail set. Let me show you some of the cards that I have been playing around with. Here's one of them. And I want to be sure that you can see it. And this is using that New Horizons Designer Series paper. This one is almost a stormy look, isn't it? So it's using Designer Series paper for the sails and the birds and the shadow under the boat and the hope it's your best day ever. And you see, you can take this sentiment and you can cut it apart. And it's just awesome to do that. So, all right. So that's one of them. I'll set that down. Here's another one. And I didn't even put a sentiment on this one. I was just kind of waiting to see what I was going to do with it. But on this one, I used the contour die for the background piece here. I used the Sun Prints Designer Series paper for the sails. So on both of these, I used a Designer Series paper for the sails. And then I used some linen thread on this one. So a really simple card. These are so easy to make. And this workshop is a workshop to make masculine cards because, you know, we always need masculine cards, don't we? Now, this one is your Double Z Fun Fold card. So when you open it up, this is what you see. And I'm going to work with this one a little bit more and move this boat over so that it covers up this one, but then the surprise when you open it up is this back sailboat. And I wish I'd had time to fix that before this Facebook Live, but you get the idea. Again, this is that New Horizons Designer Series paper. Isn't it beautiful? You don't have to do anything to that paper. And I hope that you were able to buy some up before it retired. So this is using the stamps for the sails. So it's this one stamp has this pattern on it. I don't know if you can see it or not. There you go. Anyway, so that fun fold card. This one will be in the workshop. This one will be in the workshop. I'm not sure about this one. I'm still working on that. And then this morning I got up and I thought, you know, there's no reason why we couldn't have a feminine, a one for ladies. And so I started playing with my inks and my blends, and I put Wink of Stella on the sails. And after I did it, I was wishing that I had stamped them in the Flirty Flamingo. That would have really, I think, been over the top. So, but I did Wink of Stella them, and then I splattered some Wink of Stella, just looking for ways to make this a little more of a feminine card. But I think it works really great. And then I used some pastel pearls. I don't know if you can see the Wink of Stella, the sparkle, the shine. But anyway, it's on there. All right. And then this one is a moonlight sail, and it's a really simple card. You just cut a circle out of the designer series paper, the New Horizons, and I used my stylish shape dies to cut the circle, and these are really awesome for lots of different projects and for sentiments, but I used one of those to cut my circle, stamped the birds. I cut the sailboat, punched the sailboat out of black cardstock. Used my shadow, and then Adventure Awaits. And this one I did long ways, and I just got another piece of a leftover piece of the designer series paper for the inside. So as I did this one, I thought, well, I want to do a sunset one. So I did the same card with a different piece of that designer series paper, and wanted it to look like a sunset. You know, as the sun goes down, it has all these beautiful colors in it. So I did that one. And then I thought, what about a stormy sky? So I did this one then, just another piece of that designer series paper. And I thought that had a stormy sky look. Now on this one, I did add 3 matte dots because I got a spot of ink on there, and I thought, okay, I'm not going to redo this card. So I just covered it up with a dot. And when you have one, you've got to, or I have to have 3, I feel like. So anyway, I really liked the set using different pieces of that paper. So which one do you like best? Do you like the sunset, the stormy sky, the moonlight? Which of those do you like best? All right, so I'm going to demonstrate this one today. And yeah, I love the moonlight one too. Good. You can see the sparkle. Yay. All right. So I was leaning toward the stormy sky. So I thought, I'm going to use that one because I would probably make another happy birthday card. And so let me get these others out of the way. And I'm definitely going to put this one in the workshop. So you'll get probably an assortment of the papers, so you can choose whether you want the moonlight or the stormy sky or the sunset. All right, so I'm going to get my stylish shape die and go ahead and use my mini cut and emboss. Okay, let me see here. For some reason, okay, my video stopped. All right, I'm going to go ahead, and I want you to be able to see this. Go ahead and cut this shape. All right, so we have our stormy sky. Throw that away. Put my die away. We don't need this anymore, so I'll put it away. All right, and I'm going to get out my card base, which was a basic white, and it's 4.5 by 11, and it's scored at 5.5, so it's 4.25 by 11. Sorry about that. Scored at 5.5. All right, and I like to, especially when it's as simple as this card is, I like to mat it so that it really stands out. So we're going to go ahead and put the mat on with basic, the basic black. All right, we'll put our mat on. And it is 4 by 5 1/4. The mat is. And then this will be our card front. And it is 5 by 3 3/4. So I think next I'm just going to go ahead and put it on. I don't have any reason. I'm not putting ribbon on it. So I don't need to do that beforehand. All right. So I'm going to put this on. And I'm going to go ahead and put my moon, my stormy sky moon on. Put it toward the top. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp my birds. We'll get all this part done before we start punching. So I'll get my birds and put them on a block. Make sure they're flying the right way. All right. Get my Memento ink. And I'm going to put a piece of paper, scratch paper, just in case I get off of it a little bit. And I hope I don't. All right. So these are going to go right up here. And then I'm going to put some down here flying across the stormy moon. There we go. And then I'll use my chamois to clean my stamp so I can go ahead, whoa, almost lost it, and put it away. There we go. All right. So we've got as much of our background. Actually, I could go ahead and do the happy birthday. Let me go ahead and do that. And I'm going to do it in black. I did it in gray on this one, but I think I'm going to do it in black for this one. So make sure I get it all inked up. Put the happy birthday right down here. There we go. Clean my happy birthday with my chamois and set it aside. All right. Now we're ready to build our sailboat. All right. I'm trying to get my comments to where I can see them and see what I'm doing at the same time. All right, let's build our sailboat. So the punch, there's lots of different ways that you can make this punch work. You're going to lose paper doing this unless you use the Stamparatus, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So one of the easiest ways is to go ahead and do a smaller piece. I'm going to cut this a little bit narrower and go ahead and do my sails so that I don't stamp out a lot of little pieces. It's still going to stamp some out, but there's one of my sails. And here's the other one right here. So I just about lost that whole strip of paper, but that's just the way it goes. All right, so these will be my sails. All right, so I'm going to get another piece. I keep, when I run out of the large pieces of paper, I keep all my little scraps, and especially the black and the white, because it makes it so handy not to have to get out a full sheet and cut it. All right, now we're going to do our mast and our sail. And if I turn it this way, Make sure I don't have any pieces showing through. Okay. Now, when I cut out another piece, no, that one didn't hold. If I cut out a whole sail as I'm cutting the mast, then I set it aside and keep it and use it on another card. All right. So we're ready to assemble our sailboat now. And for this one, I'm going to use glue dots to put it together. Here they are. So that seems to be the easiest way. So I'm going to put a little glue dot. Let me move my card up a little bit. I'm going to put a little glue dot right on the edge of this sail where I'm going to attach it to the mast. And then I'm going to fold that under. And then I'm going to get another glue dot and do the same thing. I'm going to put it right on the edge. And then actually I'm going to cut that one. And then I'll use that cut piece on something else, on the other sail. All right, so I've got a little bitty glue dot, a little piece of a glue dot, and I'm going to attach it at the top and at the bottom. And I'm doing it on this white so you can see. I want the white to show through so it looks like the wind has caught it. All right, and so now that piece that I cut off, I'm going to put it on the edge of the inside piece of this sail. Get it off my scissors. Come on. There. And then I'll use another glue dot right on this edge. And I'm going to cut this off again, because I don't want to even fold it under. All right, so then we're going to cut that off. Cut that glue dot off. Fold what's left under. Set this one right there. And of course, it's going to stick to your mat a little bit, your paper that you've got down. But there we go. So we have our sailboat ready to put on. And if you see little edges of it, then just tuck it under. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to use dimensionals, the mini dimensionals. What did I do with them? I used them for the other card that I made this morning. There they are. So we're going to put those on the back, and I'm going to put one right down here at the base, and it won't show. And then I'll put one right here, and one right here toward the top. I just need 3. So we'll do that. Get those off. Now we're ready to, it's the backing that shows. All right, and I see just a little piece of the glue dot that I just want to press up. There. All right. Now we're ready to put this on our card, just overlapping this stormy moon just a little bit. Okay, our flag is showing. All right, we have it on the card with dimensionals, and now we're going to get that piece of that stamp that is going to give us our shadow. Look at the difference this is going to make. Look at that. Can you see the difference there? It's amazing, the perspective. All right, so for that, I am going to use the smoky slate that I have out here somewhere. What did I do with it? Where's my smoky slate? I have everything out. Okay, well, now isn't that funny? How far can a stamp, an ink pad, go? You know, it's not under that. All right, I'm not seeing it. So I'm going to use the black. That's weird. I'm going to use the black, and I'm going to stamp it off a couple of times because I want the shadow to be light. So stamp it off again. Actually, I see I can stamp it off once. Stamp it off, and then I can put it right, snug it right up. There we go. We got gray, even though it wasn't gray. Okay. So, we've got that card finished. Looky there. How easy that is. How easy it is to make a card with this set. Now, I am going to show you a couple of tips. So, I haven't found a really easy way to be conservative with my paper and get that, but I think the strips to do the punch is probably the easiest thing to do. But I'm going to show you another way to do it if you have the Stamparatus. So let me put the cards aside and get out my Stamparatus. There's so many different ways to use this Stamparatus, and this is one of them that just works beautifully. So I'm going to take a piece of cardstock. I'm going to take a piece of black so that it'll show up. So I'm going to take a piece of black and I'm going to punch it. And there again, I'm going to save these pieces because I'll use them on another card. Set them over there. So now I have a mask of sorts, or a template. So I'm going to put this on my Stamparatus with my magnets. Hold that paper down. And, all right, now I'm going to get my stamps and put them on. This is going to show me where I can put my stamps. So that one's, and it's going to fit the punch perfectly. Put that one there. Put this one here. And of course, you're putting them on here upside down so that when you lift them up, they'll be right side up. And then my mask. Now, if I were doing my mask in a different color, I would do it separately. And if you've got two of the plates, you could put it on a separate one and have it ready to go. But I don't. I've just got the one. Okay, those are on. Close my plate. Pick up my stamps. And there they are. Now they're ready to go. Now I'm going to move this and get my cardstock that I'm going to use. All right, so now I need to make sure I have it positioned where I need it to be. There we go. So I'm going to put a magnet on this to hold it. I'm going to use the Blackberry Bliss ink because it's a darker ink. It was actually the one that I did that feminine card with. And after I did it, then I was wishing that I had done the petal, the Flirty Flamingo. But I didn't know what I was going to do with this when I started. And then I decided, you know what, I'll do a feminine card. So it kind of evolved that way. All right, we're ready to go. Ready to stamp. And if it doesn't come out just the way you want it, the beauty of the Stamparatus is that it's secure on there. You just do it again. I'm going to put this one right down here. There. Now we've got a beautiful dark image. All right, get my chamois. Take it out of the container and clean my stamps off so they'll be ready to put away. All right. And back it goes. I'm going to go ahead and put them back. I've lost some stamps, or I've lost a stamp that I hated to lose. So I'm careful. I put them back. Even on my Facebook Lives, I put them back. All right. So that gives us then, let me close my ink before I set my hand down in it. All right. So this then gives us a perfect cutting pattern. Let me position it in here. There we go. All 3 pieces cut at once. Isn't that fun? All right, and so this is how I started off with this. And I just brushed 3 colors on here with my blending brush and ink and went from there. But that's another way that you can use your punch. All right. So once again, let me pull the cards back out and show you the many ways that you can use this set, this awesome, awesome set. So they're not all going to show real great, but we're going to try. All right. So here are just a few of the ways, and I just, you know, when I first saw this set, I passed it right by. I didn't give it a thought. And then after I saw how some others had worked with it, I fell in love with it. And the fact that you can use designer series paper for the sales, you can make it a silhouette type card, you can use the stamps. Well, and now I'm going to work at more feminine card, although I love it for masculine cards. All right. So again, that workshop is July 30th, and you can do it either to go or come to the workshop. Diane, you need to come to Denton. I would love to see you. So Diane used to live in Denton, and we went to church together, and you're in Missouri, I think now. Oh, I didn't know you were a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Oh, yay. Great. It is so good to see you too. Thankful for Facebook. Yeah, Missouri. That's what I thought. All right. Thank you for being here. And God bless you.